I'm so glad you're here to join me. Today for our piñatas, you're going to need some cardboard. It can be scraps just like these or a box. You're going to need a Sharpie, some scissors, and some duct tape. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to dig through my scrap pile here and just find a solid piece. If you have a box, you just cut it up. And we're going to be making a taco. So we want to do half a circle. So I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to draw that right on the cardboard. And I'm only going to do one. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut out that shape. Now once that shape is cut out, I'm just going to use the same scrap and I'm going to measure and find a spot where this will fit, and then I'm going to trace it with my Sharpie so that I have two pieces of cardboard that are exactly the same size. Good job. Alright, now same thing, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it out. Now sometimes cutting cardboard is tricky, so you may need to find an adult or one of your siblings to help you do this. Sometimes I use a box cutter, but this cardboard that I'm using today is pretty easy. It's not super thick. Alright, so now you have two half circles. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a strip of cardboard down the center. So I'm going to look again for a scrap. I'm going to kind of measure to make sure I have the right length. And then I'm going to cut it. You can draw it if you want to, but it should be alright. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. If you watch my edges, they're not. And then I'm just going to trim this edge off so it's straight too. Okay, and then I'm going to lay that between my two half circles. And I'm going to take my duct tape. Whoa. Actually, I'm going to try to get it to fit here so you guys can see it, maybe. My taco's too big for my screen. Oh well, you get the idea. Alright, so there's my duct tape. And I'm just going to tape this middle section to the sides of my taco. This will make it so it'll bend easily to form that taco shape. Ta-da! Already starting to look like a taco. Doesn't matter which way you do it. And if you have a little bit too long, like I do on this edge here, I'm just going to trim it off with my scissors. There we go. Alright, now we're going to put some cardboard over kind of like a rainbow form. We want to make sure that we leave some space in there though, because we are making a taco and we're going to want it to later put some decorations in there to make it look like a taco, like lettuce, cheese, meat. So we're not going to go all the way to the top. So I'm going to cut a long strip here. And I'm going to measure a little bit. This is probably one of the trickiest parts. So I'm going to tape this edge to the end, or one of the ends. Get it right where I want it. Notice I'm leaving some space for my taco filling. Yep, there's my filling. And then I'm going to lay this back down, and I'm going to tape one side at a time. I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see it. No promises. And if you need to find an adult to give you an extra hand, that may be helpful too. Someone can hold it and the other can tape. There we go. I'm going to tear off a little more tape. And we'll line the other end over there. And this is kind of the little spot where the candy will be. The biggest thing is you want to make sure that you leave a hole. And I'll show you how to do that here in a minute, so that you can fill your piñata with candy. And I don't think you need to tape both sides, especially if you're using duct tape. I mean both sides of the strip. But you can if you want to secure it a little more. Now I'll do the opposite side. And again, if you need some extra hands, that might come in handy. And remember, we're going to be decorating these with some tissue paper in our next video, and so you won't see any of that. Now, I have some little holes. See where the cardboard didn't touch up right there? I'm going to just take a little duct tape. Whoops. Sticky stuff. And I'm going to cover that hole. The nice thing about this is it's pretty forgiving. There's another one right there. And the main reason you patch those is just so candy can't sneak out. Okay, got that nice and secure there. All that's left is this open end here, and that's where we're going to insert our candy. So we want to make sure that we make a little door on that end. That way we can open and close it. So I'm going to take another little scrap of cardboard. And I'm going to have to measure it a little bit here to make sure that it fits. But we want to make sure that I can tuck and fold it in so it creates, you have a little lip there. So we can, let's see if I can do this. Oh, let me trim it down. It won't fit. Aha, now we fit. It's off a little bit, but that's okay. We want to be able to open it so that we can get our candy out. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of duct tape, and I'm going to tape that extra piece of cardboard onto the taco. There we go. And fold that up and close it. So that will be how I get my candy in and out of my piñata. Now, even though there's a little bit of gap here, when we go and decorate it, we can seal that shut later after we fill our piñata. Ta-da! All right, we got room for our filling. Everything's secure. Now you guys are ready for video number 2.